Hi, my name is Angel.
Hi, my name is Josue.
Hi, my name is Ben.
Hi, my name is Yaritza.
And my name is Kaylee. Welcome to our podcast, The Crucible, where we will dive into the intense world of Arthur Miller's classic play. Today we're going to explore one of the most pivotal moments in the story, Act 3, Scene 2. This scene is a turning point in the play and is packed with drama, tension, and themes that are still relevant today. In Act 3, Scene 2, the witch trials are in full swing and the court is in session. John Proctor, the protagonist, has just testified against his former servant, Abigail Williams, accusing her of pretending to be possessed by the devil. But Abigail is not going down without a fight, and she rallies the other girls to fake fits and accuse Proctor's wife, Elizabeth, of witchcraft. As the scene unfolds, the court is thrown into chaos. The girls' antics convince many that Elizabeth is a witch, and Proctor's reputation begins to unravel. Meanwhile, Reverend Hale, who had initially supported the trials, begins to question the court's motives and the girls' testimony. The tension in the room is palpable and the stakes are even higher than ever. This scene is important because it marks a shift in the play's tone and direction. The witch trials had started as a way to purge the community of supposed evil, have now become a tool for personal vendettas and power struggles. The characters' motivations are laid bare and the consequences of their actions have now become clear. We see how the characters' flaws and weaknesses are shown and how the court's hysteria and fear lead to devastating consequences. Throughout this scene, Miller explores themes of hysteria, fear, and dangers of unchecked power. We see how quickly a community can turn on itself and how easily the truth can be distorted. These themes are just as relevant today as they were when the play was first written. We can see parallels between the witch trials and modern-day issues like mass hysteria on social media, the dangers of groupthink, and the importance of critical thinking. As we analyze Act 3, Scene 2, we will explore the characters' actions and motivations and discuss the implications of the play's events. We'll examine how the characters' relationships with each other drive the plot forward and how their flaws and weaknesses lead to tragic consequences. We'll also discuss the historical context of the play and how Miller's own experiences with the Red Scare influenced his writing. Throughout this podcast, we'll be diving deep into the world of The Crucible, exploring themes, characters, and historical context that make this play a timeless classic. We'll be discussing the play's relevance to modern-day issues and how its themes and characters continue to resonate with audiences today. So join us as we dissect Act 3, Scene 2 of The Crucible. We'll be analyzing the characters' actions, exploring the themes, and discussing the implications of the play's events. Whether you're a student of literature, a history buff, or just someone who likes a good story, this podcast...
Okay, we're reading Act 3, Scene 2 of The Crucible. Danforth now turns to Mary.
Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for this deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No, sir.
Danforth sensing a weakening.
Has he threatened you?
No, sir.
Then you tell me that you sat in my court, callously, lying, when you knew that people would hang by your evidence?
She does not answer.
Answer me.
I did, sir.
How were you instructed in your life? Do you not know that God damns all liars?
She cannot speak.
Or is it now you lie?
No, sir. I am with God now.
You are with God now?
Hi, sir.
I will tell you this. You are either lying now or you were lying in court. And in either cases, you have committed perjury and you will now go to jail for it. You cannot lightly say you lied, Mary. Do you know that?
I cannot lie no more. I am with God. I am with God.
But she breaks into sobs at the thought of it, and the right door opens, and enter Susanna Walcott, Mercy Lewis, Betty Paris, and finally Abigail. Cheever comes to Danforth.
Ruth Putnam's not in the court, sir, nor the children.
Then these will be sufficient. Sit you down, children.
Silently they sit.
Your friend Mary Warren has given us a deposition. in which she swears that she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She claims as well that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law, the law based upon the Bible, and the Bible, writ by the Almighty God, forbid the practice of witchcraft, and describe death as the penalty thereof. But like wise children, the law and the Bible damns all bearers of false witness. Now then, it does not escape me that this deposition may be devised to blind us. It may well be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan, who sent her here to distract our sacred purpose. If so, her neck will break for it. But if she speak truth, I bid you now drop your gully and confess your pretense, for a quick confession will go easier with you. Abigail William, rise.
Abigail slowly rises.
Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Danforth thinks, glances at Mary, then back to Abigail.
Children, a very augur bit will now be turned into your soul until your honesty is proven. Will either of you change your position now, or do you force me to a hard question?
I have not to change, sir. She lies.
Danforth to Mary.
You would still go on with this?
A, sir.
Danforth turning to Abigail.
A poppet was discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren claims that you sat beside her in the court when she made it, and that you saw her make it and witnessed how she herself stuck her needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
With a slight note of indignation.
It is a lie, sir.
After a slight pause.
While you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see poppets in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept poppets.
Your Honor, my wife never keeps no poppets. Mary confesses it with her poppet. Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever,
when I spoke with Goody Proctor in his house, she said that she never kept no poppets, but she said she did keep poppets when she was a little girl. She has not been a girl in these 15 years, Your Honor.
But a poppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
It will keep it if it is kept, but Mary Warren swears she never saw no poppets in her house, nor anyone else.
why could there not have been poppets hidden where no one ever saw them?
There might be also a dragon with 5 legs in my house, but no one has ever seen it.
We are here, Your Honor, precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Mr. Danforth, what profit this girl concern herself about? What may Mary Warren gain but hard questioning and worse?
You are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous, cool plot to murder. Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I believe she means more than to murder.
Danforth pointing at Abigail incredulously.
This child would murder your wife?
It is not a child. Now hear me, sir. In the sight of Congregation, she were twice this year put out of this meeting house for laughter during prayer.
Danforth shocked, turning to Abigail.
What's this? Laughing during? Excellency, she were under Tituba's power at that time, but she is solemn now.
Aye, now she is solemn and goes to hang people.
Quiet, men.
Surely it have no bearing on the question, sir. He charges contemplation of murder.
Hey,
He studies Abigail for a moment, then,
continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, now tell the governor how you danced in the woods.
Paris instantly.
Excellency, since I came to Salem, this man is blackening my name. In a moment, sir.
to Mary Warren sternly and surprised.
What is this dancing?
I,
She glances at Abigail, who is staring down at her remorselessly. Then, appealing to Proctor,
Mr. Proctor,
Abigail leads the girls into the woods, Your Honor. And they have dance, they're naked.
Your Honor, this is...
Proctor at once.
Mr. Paris discovered them himself in the dead end of night. There is a child, she is.
Danforth, it is growing into a nightmare, and he turns astonished to Paris.
Mr. Paris. I can only say, sir, that I never found any of them naked.
Yeah.
And this man is... But you discovered them dancing in the woods.
Eyes on Paris, he points at Abigail.
Abigail?
Excellency, when I first arrived from Beverly, Mr. Paris told me that.
Do you deny it, Mr. Paris? I do not, sir, but I never saw any of them naked. But she have danced? Ay, sir.
Danforth, as though with new eyes, looks at Abigail. Excellency, will you permit me? He points at Mary Warren. Danforth, with great worry.
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary. Were never threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents.
no. No, sir.
And yet, when people accused of witchery confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
That were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times, and your skin were icy. Mr. Danforth, you... I saw many times.
She only pretended to faint, Your Excellency. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then can she pretend to faint now?
Now?
Why not? Now there are no spirits attacking her, for none in this room is accused of witchcraft. So let her turn herself cold now. Let her pretend she's attacked now. Let her faint.
He turns to Mary Warren.
Faint.
Faint?
Ay, faint. Prove to us how you pretended in the court so many times.
Looking to Proctor.
I cannot faint now, sir.
Proctor,
Can you not
alarmed.
I
She looks about as though searching for the passion to faint.
have no sense of it now.
Why? What is lacking now?
I cannot, sir.
Might it be that here we have no afflicting spirits loose, but in the court there were some?
I never saw no spirits.
Then see no spirits now, and prove to us that you can faint by your own will, as you claim.
I cannot do it.
Then you will confess, will you not? It were attacking spirits made you faint?
No, sir.
Your Excellency, this is a trick to blind the court.
It's not a trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits,
Thought you saw them?
but I did not, Your Honor.
How could you think you saw them, unless you saw them?
I cannot tell how, but I did. I heard the other girls screaming, and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and it were only sport in the beginning, sir, but then the whole world cried spirits, spirits, and I promise you, Mr. Danforth, I only thought I saw them, but I did not.
Danforth peers at her. Paris smiling but nervous because Danforth seems to be struck by Mary Warren's story.
Surely your Excellency is not taken by the simple lie. Abigail, I bid you now, search your heart and tell me this, and beware of it, child. To God every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible on them that take a life without cause. Is it possible, child, that the spirits you have seen are illusions only? Some deceptions that may cross your mind when...
Why this is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider it.
I have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near a murder every day because I done my duty pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward, to be misunderstood, denied, questioned like gay.
Child, I do not mistrust you.
Let you beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you to be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits. Beware of it. There is...
Suddenly, from an accusatory attitude, her face turns, looking into the air above. It is truly frightened.
What is it, child?
Abigail looking about in the thin air, clasping her arms about her as though cold.
I know not. A cold wind has come.
Her eyes fall on Mary Warren.
Abby,
Mercy Lewis shivering.
Your Honor, I freeze.
They're pretending.
Hawthorne touching Abigail's hand. She is cold, Your Honor. Touch her.
Mary, do you send this shadow on me?
Lord save me. I freeze. It is a wind. Abby, don't do that.
Danforth himself engaged and entered by Abigail.
Mary Warren, do you witch her? I say to you, do you send your spirit out?
With a hysterical cry, Mary Warren starts to run. Proctor catches her.
Let me go, Mr. Proctor. I cannot. Oh, Heavenly Father, take away this shadow.
Without warning or hesitation, Proctor leaps at Abigail and, grabbing her by the hair, pulls her to her feet. She screams in pain. Danforth, astonished, cries, "What are you about?" And Hawthorne and Paris call, "Take your hands off her." And of it all comes Proctor's roaring voice.
How do you call heaven? Or
Herrick breaks Proctor from her. John,
Man, what do you...
read listen, I'm agony. It is a horror.
You charge?